100K a year. I was like, what the fuck? Let me in on that shit. So I guess, I guess. So I did the you were doing your thing, you were editing, but I already went through my Secret Crypto playbook. This is just bonus. We were just waiting you out.
Nice.
This is bonus time. But okay, there we go. What a moment, man. And I thought he was done.
Yeah, this is it here.
uh but man, I thought he was hurt,
Well, so
you
did
know?
I
I
thought
thought
he
he
was
was
in
hurt.
trouble.
Yeah, I really thought he was hurt. And I didn't want him to be hurt. I was like, oh, his leg. And he said his leg. Yeah, he kept getting me. I thought for sure I'd be able to defend these, and he just couldn't. You see that video when they talked in the hallway, squashed all the beef?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was good because then they squashed everything. They're talking about, because now he's moving up to 205. They're going to train together.
Oh, that's
And
crazy.
Pereira said he'll help him with that fast calf kick. He goes, I don't see it coming. How do you do it? And he's like, I'll show you. I'll show you. Because now they're not in it. They're not in the middleweight. Now he's going up. So he's like, okay, we'll train. So he's going to go to Brazil. They're talking about, yeah, he's going to go down to Brazil and hang out, do the beach thing, and then do some training.
Wow, man. So it'll be
Yeah.
a while before we see that. Well, I guess we might never, if he's moving up, see that rematch.
Oh, yeah. No, I think
See
it's
them run
done.
it back.
I think it's done.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. I think it's done. He doesn't want to make that. And that's half the, when I heard too that he had 2 pounds to lose and he only had an hour left. And
Yeah.
that's tough. And yeah, that's part of it. You don't fight your best when you're cutting like that. It sucks.
Yeah, I know you've had to cut like that in the past.
I
How
did, but it
how
was
night how
yeah.
nightmarish is that? Dropping
Oh,
like walk us through what that would look like, dropping 2 pounds in an hour.
it's like, oh, I remember I had to, so this wasn't even for fighting at the time. I had to make weight for the first year of classic physique. Oh, this is so funny. So when you contest tan, you already have it on. So I already have everything on, and I have to weigh in and height in because classic physique is you have to be a certain weight and height. That's how they prevent you from going against, like, if I'm 5'10", I'm going against 5'7" mass monsters that weigh the same.
Yeah.
And that's in open bodybuilding. So classic was trying to keep it more streamlined and more of like how Arnold and um Frank Zane looked back in the day. Anyways, so the cutoff for 5'11" was 207, I believe. And I was 205. So I was like, I'm fine. I'm right in there. So I go to the athletic meeting or whatever it is, and I go to weigh in and sign in, and I weighed in. It's 205. But then when I went for my height, I was only 5'10" and a half. So I was like, okay, so what does that mean? They're like, well, you're in the category below. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? They're like, well, your cutoff weight is you can't be more than 202 or something like that. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you're gonna have to get rid of 3 pounds, and you have 30 minutes to do it. I was like, or what? Can I just go into the 207? The 207 cutoff? And he goes, yeah, but you're not 5'11". And I gave him the look, like, I'm not 5'11". Come on, you can't. He's like, I'm sorry, bro. He goes, I can't. You're 5'10" and a half. You got to stay in that category. He goes, the most I can do. And he was a fellow, like, actually, in my house, I have a framed picture of one of my shows, and it's an ab and thigh pose. It was like 2004. Wow, that's a long time ago. The
Jeez.
the guy that the head judge that was talking to me was actually in that picture. I competed against him. And he just said, what I can do is I just give you an extra 30 minutes. So I'll give you an hour to get the 3 pounds off. So it's so funny. So I went, we go to the bathroom. I tried to pee. I peed and then came back. It was like barely a pound. Couldn't go number two, of course, because you haven't had much water and just you're just not moving. It's the oddest thing. The nerves, the weird foods. You go from eating so clean and drinking 8 liters of water a day to kind of minimal water, especially at that time. Um, I don't think I was trained by Scott yet, so I was still doing all the old school drop my water stupid things. So I couldn't go to the bathroom. Weighed in again. I lost another pound. I don't know how, but I lost a full pound. So I had 2 to go. And he goes, "You're gonna have to sauna it off." I'm like, "But I have my whole tan on." And he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to figure that out." So Mike and I ran across because it was at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. I ran into the Crown Plaza, I think it was. That's the hotel attached. Went up to the sauna, to the gym area, saw the sauna and the steam room, and was like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot my card," but we're not even staying there. So the Filipino lady let us in. And I poured on that accent. "Oi, miss, I forgot my card." Mm.
Membership has its
Yeah,
privileges.
yeah, exactly. "Oh, okay, kuya, kuya, okay, okay, okay." So we run in there, turn it on, and yeah, I remember Mike grabbing all these towels, and they were, could you imagine these white hotel towels and just that tan sweating? Oh, it was just brown shit everywhere. So like in the sauna, and I covered myself, so I had across my waist, across my chest, over my shoulders, and over my head blankets, and I was fucking shadow boxing
In the sauna.
in the sauna, and
Sick.
I was so dizzy because I haven't had water, I haven't had real food. I'm like paper thin skin on abs. Like I got nothing, but I need to make this weight because I didn't diet fucking 20 weeks for nothing. I'm doing this fucking show because this was the show to qualify for the Canadas, and it would be the last Canadas to ever happen because then the OPA became the CPA, so it joined forces, and they had a new tier system. So this is the last time you'd ever be able to get team jacket, like the Ontario team jacket.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm doing this thing. So yeah, I made weight, no problem, right on the money, and then I had to go get my tan done. Now the only thing that sucks is because once you sweat like that, I kind of sweated all of that into my skin, so I wasn't as hard and dry as I was because my skin was watery looking, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I didn't have that, so I tried to fill out and eat and try to match it, but it was fine. I got second, and then that's what qualified me to be, because you needed to be top 5, I believe, to go to the nationals then, or top 3. I don't even know, so long ago. But it's finally nice to get that jacket. I remember Aaron and Emily did that show too. This was
Yeah.
like all before they didn't. Yeah, and he didn't win. Like he didn't turn pro at that show. It was a couple of years later, and he did it, I believe, in Ontario, because that show was in Edmonton.
So how'd that tan look when you had to redo it?
Oh, it was fine when
It
they
wasn't
redid it. It
bad.
just sucks because you just had to pay again, and it's another 100 whatever. And shout out to Absolute Touch. They're the best. They're the best for hair makeup. Not that I need hair makeup, but and for tanning. Actually, Laura's interested in using Pam to do her makeup for the wedding and all the events.
Nice.
So Pam and Jurgen, you might be flying to Mexico with us. Yeah, man. That's
That's
what I'm
really crazy
saying.
though.
Yeah.
Like
What?
your story, because I've jumped on the scale, and if I see a number I don't like, it might take me 4 days, 4 or 5 days to drop 3 pounds. Like that's impressive, man. Especially when you had nothing to lose. Like
Yeah.
no weight, you know what I mean? No
Nothing
fat,
extra.
nothing to
Yeah.
burn. Yeah.
You're already, and your body's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Because you kind of you have to be your body for the 20 weeks, or for those peak weeks of you dieting, has to be at a really, really strong deficit in order for this to continually happen.
Yeah.
So you're going in a strong deficit of food into dehydration of a deficit of water. And then trying to sweat it all out. Your body's like, I don't want to. You're really trying to kill yourself. I'm trying to prevent it. Trying to hold all this water. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.